So I bet you if you're the average person, or if you ask the average person what a photographer actually does and why they charge what they do, they'll tell you just a couple things. Mainly, oh, well, they party and they charge a ton of money for no reason. They just take photos. Of course, anyone with a camera can do that. Or they're just paying for their travel, so that way they can go to exotic locations, enjoy beautiful things, and just kind of screw over people. Well, if you're watching this video as a photographer, you already understand what I'm going to say, but maybe I'll hit on a point or two that you didn't think of. But I advise you to send this to someone who just does not understand it, that just does not get why we charge what we charge to, well, survive. So I'm talking to you and to someone who just doesn't get it and just won't get it through their head of why we charge what we do. And it's not even bad. Yeah, you do have people that that try to screw people over, but majority of us are in here to survive, to make a living. When someone asks me how I'm doing, I say, well, I'm surviving. Well, it's true. Am I living this luxurious life? Am I driving a Porsche? No, I'm driving a Hyundai Elantra. But that's not the point. The whole point is, you know, the misconception that photographers get of they just take photos, they travel, and just have the best life in the entire world. Well, we do have a great life because we can capture those moments for someone that they can't get themselves or that someone else can't do. But there are several things that go into why we charge what we charge or what we need to survive and live. Well, one of the biggest things you're always going to be, well, it's the gear. They always want the best and the newest stuff. Well, yeah, but we have to maintain and keep our new gear. At any time, our camera, this camera right now could just die right there and you're screwed. You're out of camera body. It costs hundreds and hundreds to thousands of dollars to fix these things, to buy new ones. So that's pretty important. Another huge thing you're going to see, and we are all little individual companies, well, most of us, so sole proprietors, LLC, etc. We need to basically promote ourselves, market, advertising. If you think of big magazines and all these brands, what do? They market, they advertise. So we need to do the same thing. We're going through social media. We need to build networks between us, other photographers, and clients. And it's not something easy, and it's extremely time consuming. So there's another aspect. And how about, well, editing? Well, yeah, you just go in Photoshop and edit and there's nothing else, right? Well, the problem is we shoot your wedding between me, you know, me and another assistant, second shooter, or maybe a third shooter, and we have, you know, 1,500 to 2,000 photos to edit, go through, give you the keepers and everything like that. Yeah, but you could charge so much. That's not the point. The point is giving you what you need, the best quality, and so you don't have to, you know, sift through 2,000 photos when that's completely ridiculous. So that's another huge aspect. Meeting with clients is also a big deal. We may have to do several in a week, several on a weekend, while we're still maintaining another job, just so that way we can do what we need to do to survive and still make a living in photography. Because not all of us, you know, can just do photography right off the bat and just get, you know, right in the industry and you're getting 70 weddings a year. That's just not how it works. You build up to that, and that's one thing that you take into account. And another thing in regards to editing is you're doing photo albums for people. You're designing, you're planning out, you know, what needs to go where, because a lot of people won't sit down and just do it themselves, the clients, because they want a professional to do them, and that's what we do. You also know that photographers have to pay taxes. They have to, you know, keep track of all their invoices and their contracts and everything like that. Other than that, you're screwed. You're getting audited, and you could be out of business ASAP. We need to pay for insurance. We need to pay for the liability in case something goes wrong at your wedding, in case something breaks, something happens. We're covered and you're covered, so that way it's a mutually beneficial situation. Did you ever really think of that there is a business side to photography as well? Yes, we do take pictures. That is a side of it, but that's the 5% side, maybe the 10% side of what we actually do for our, you know, our routine, for a wedding, for anything like that we shoot. So keep that in mind that, well, we need to make a living too, and it's really, really important. We're doing your editing, we're paying for the travel, we're paying for assistants, second shooters, so that way you can get what you want and what you need, so that way your day is captured and documented the way it should be. Eric Rossi, the guy with the eye, and hopefully you, the client, hopefully if this was shared and spread to you, you understand kind of why we charge what we charge, at least get some more in-depth of why we just do that. And it's very, very important to understand what goes into it and the reality of everything. And editing, your wedding can take like 10 hours of just pure editing before print designs, album designs, transferring CDs, multimedia, all that kind of stuff. So I just really wanted to take time to make this video. It's more than taking freaking pictures. It really, really is. You will have some people, as I said, that will try to screw you over and say, well, yeah, majority is we just take photos and charge a lot of money. Well, that's why they don't really get work, and, you know, professionals in the industry, we do, and that's how we make a living, and you make a living by going to your job as well. So that's why I wanted to make this video, to just tell you how it works, what the industry is like. So that's why we charge what we do. And you know, there's a huge misconception about photographers, and it's absolutely true. So if you guys are watching, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Follow me in any links on the side of the screen. If you guys have any questions, even if you're the client, write down in the comments below, and I answer all and I interact with everyone. So hopefully you have a good day, and hopefully this video helped you out with something that's really, really important.